那我们工作请你配合。
哎呀，
我们也不想要。
现在非常时期，不戴口罩不看它才是引起进来的。好，你为什么？
Hello, welcome to Mike News. My name is Mike. As we all know, in Asian countries, especially like China, people are suffering from a coronavirus outbreak which is still growing globally. They have officially named the virus COVID-19, but it doesn't really matter whatever they are called. The serious problem here is that we don't even have any vaccine or effective medical treatment yet. Although the city of Wuhan in China is on lockdown, now with the disclosure that 64 people from ship crews have tested positive for the virus, Japan is still scrambling to prevent a large outbreak even as it prepares for the Tokyo Olympic. Unless we are able to stop the spread of infection, then we can't welcome to hundreds of thousands of visitors for the Olympic game coming up in July, right? If you are from Europe, I know you never want to get close to Asian country, and I think it makes sense to me. Even I do not try to go anywhere into a crowd of people in a contaminated room, for example, because I'm so scary too. But nevertheless, of no approved treatment for coronavirus, there are some people fighting for an outbreak of the virus. So let's take a moment to appreciate this young doctor who firstly identified and detected respiratory illness in Wuhan. He was fighting in the front line against the virus outbreak and exposed it at the first time to Chinese government, but even after alarming others to the new virus threat, he was arrested and publicly punished by police, and after all he died of the virus himself. That's sad. When reading this article, I was feeling too much anguish and grief, and of course his death absolutely ignited the anger of Chinese people after all. If it is true, well, I'm pretty sure it's true, but even if it is true that the Chinese authority tried to conceal the fact that the first patient got infected in Wuhan, they are not gonna admit and never expose it to the market at any cost. I know it sucks. It sounds terrible, like a government is nothing but a corrupt body of people with no respect for the citizens, but I think at the time, like last December, there was no other way they could do anything good in a moment. Honestly, I think they had no idea whatsoever, and they didn't just want to have citizens panic because they were anxious that the rumor or it might have turned out to be a big chaos in the entire city. They just wanted to keep secret, for their ears. So his death is absolutely so heartbreaking, and I can't imagine how frustrated he had to feel on his deathbed. How terrible. If it is true that the Chinese government was more worried about their reputation than the people of China, China is really infected and dead. Now, why don't we take a close look at what the awful illness is all about. The main symptom of the virus is a fever, coughing, and feeling of general malaise. It can lead to pneumonia and, in the worst cases, even death. I have realized one thing. A couple of weeks ago, I was in public train going back to hometown with no mask. There was another passenger right next to me. and I coughed a few times like then he looked at me and saying, "Are you sick of coronavirus?" I was like, "Oh man, seriously?" Yeah, that actually happened to me. At the time, actually, I was sick, but I took medicine, and I didn't mean I was infectious to him intentionally. I don't know if he was joking around, but see it, people are getting more seriously sensitive to coughing and sick people. The best prevent the possible spread of epidemic. I think it's important to take usual precautionary measures in advance, such as frequently washing your hands with sanitizer, wearing a mask. But when trying to get a mask at the supermarket or anywhere, it's always sold out. You know why? Even online market like Amazon.com, they sell the same product at the incredibly expensive price, $400 per pack. Oh my gosh, it kills me. Oh man, I can't believe that. Then what are we supposed to do? So many people experiencing the symptom like coughing or fever, they are all kicked out. The girl refused to wear the mask and beat the staff in the shopping mall of Guiyang, China. That's so intense. Obviously, coronavirus cannot be controlled because of the autocratic rule of Xi Jinping and ignorance of some Chinese people like her. There is one more stupid example of preventing from the virus. See, this is really stupid behavior. We have more than 20,000 patients, and as of February 2nd, we have lost 26 people, and now we have 1,500 as of today, and the death is still more and more increasing, dramatically increasing. It's so unbelievable. We still have some ignorant people who seem like they don't really care. Well, technically, we have nothing to do for the treatment, but do something, man. Doctor Lee sacrificed his life for you. I don't understand why they are acting selfish. You see it? Yeah. Trying to escape from contaminated room ASAP doesn't mean it's always bad things. I understand them to some degree, but the things is that, oh gosh, she's forced to drag out of the contaminated room. It cringes, man. She's just like a rotty pig. You see it? I don't understand why the infected patient don't really wanna get out. Can anyone tell me? Because this kind of video spreads around the world via Twitter or other SNS, people watch it and kick them out of here. That's why some Asian people living in Europe get discriminated by the local European people. Some are saying that cancel and stop the 2020 Olympic in Tokyo now. This is to minimize the continued spread of the coronavirus and give the population of a global temporary libicide with the necessary break. That's right. For real, people are gonna be so afraid of visiting Japan, but let's think about it this way. In terms of economical background like global business reasons, I don't think the Japanese government is gonna simply make a cancellation of the whole Olympic Games. Olympic is a global event to have a really huge impact on the entire market. Yeah, the huge sales impact, right? And we just can't let everything ruin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like food, sightseeing, retail, technology industry, and everything is gonna be involved with the Olympic. There may be some strict regulations to distinguish normal from sick visitors when you guys land the international airport of Japan, but it makes sense to me because, like I said before, there is still no official approved treatment released by WHO. But I think we're gonna be alright. Just note that whenever you are for the brief procedure to prevent from COVID-19, wash your hands with sanitizer, gargle, and put the mask on. Stay away from too many people. Get enough sleep, and more importantly, don't walk too much. Alright folks, today's topic was a little serious because we have been in a kind of urgent situation with epidemic. This time I don't really hope you to enjoy today's video, but if you learned something only a little bit from me, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if possible. I will update you as much as I can. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. So have a good weekend. Bye.